Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first session of Mastering English Writing Skills with me, Vandana. And in this particular lecture, we are going to dive deep into email etiquette. Why exactly this is our first session? Because whether you are a student or a working professional, writing an email sort of becomes our routine, isn't it? And we should know a lot of do's and don'ts related to email writing, and that's exactly what we are going to do today. So let me show you what is on the agenda today. So we are going to cover do's and don'ts related to email writing, and then in the end I will also show you a sample email so that you can figure out what exactly is the required structure for writing an email that you should be following. All right, so let's quickly get started, and here you go with the very first don't. Let's read what I've got over here. So this prompt over here says you are writing an email to your teacher to share your IELTS result. Which subject line would you choose for your email? Number 1, IELTS result copy. Dear Vandana ma'am, I hope you are doing well. As requested, I'm sharing my IELTS result copy. Please find the attachment. Option number 2, IELTS result hyphen overall 8 bands. So according to you, which one is the right option? And before you guys respond, let me quickly tell you where exactly I have taken this from, this prompt as well as the sample from. Very recently, one of my IELTS student, because I keep asking my students ki bhai share kar dena result once you are done with the IELTS exam, do share the result. So because I asked my students to share their results, so one of the students mailed me with this email with this subject line. Number 1, one of my students mailed me the result. Now this student got overall 7 bands in IELTS exam, which is pretty decent score. And this was the subject line that the student used. I want you to tell me, is it a correct subject line or is it incorrect? Tell me. Which option would you take? Option number 1 or option number 2? If you are sending me an email sharing your IELTS result, आपके सब्जेक्ट लाइन में कैसा ऑप्शन होगा, क्या लिखा होगा आपने? ऑप्शन नंबर 1 और ऑप्शन नंबर 2. Okay, let me break it down for you. Let's give you a hint since you guys are not responding. So what happens is when we write an email, the subject line needs to be crisp. The subject line needs to be very, very short. And that is why option number 1 is incorrect, because this is a very lengthy sentence and we can't write lengthy sentences in the subject line, and that's why this is the right option. This is how your subject line should look like. So your don't number 1, I'm discussing do's and don'ts of email writing. Your don't number 1 is do not write a very lengthy subject line. It doesn't look good and it goes against the rules of email writing. Moving on. Okay, so next one, you are writing an email to request for leave. How would your subject line look like? Number 1, no subject, straight email body. Number 2, request for leave. Now tell me quickly, guys, come on. How would your subject line look like if you are writing an email to request for leave? Whether you are a working professional or whether you are a student, we do need leaves, right? And we do need to share emails for the same purpose. And when we do that, how should our subject line should look like? Should it be blank or should we write something there? Request for leave. Number 1 or number 2? The right option here is number 2, request for leave. Moving on to the third prompt, you are writing an email to your boss. How would you begin? The greetings part. Now, there are some incorrect greetings over here and then there are some correct greetings over here. Why don't you let me know that? What about number 1? It says, hey. Is that correct? Number 2, hi Ben. Number 3, hello sir. Number 4, hello Mrs. Sharma. Number 5, hello Mrs. Ankita. Number 6, hello Mr. Kapoor. Let me tell you, if you are writing an email to your boss, then according to the rules, because when you write to your boss, you are writing a professional email. And when you are writing a professional email, the greetings matter, greetings always matter. And yahan pe, here, you have got 3 incorrect greetings. Can you tell me which ones are incorrect from number 1 till number 6? Which ones are incorrect? Which ones should not be used in a professional email? Okay. So number 1 is incorrect because it's pretty informal. Number 2 also is something I wouldn't recommend, pretty informal. Number 3 that is incorrect is hello Mrs. Ankita. This is incorrect. So the correct ones are hello sir, hello Mrs. Sharma, hello Mr. Kapoor. Now why number 1 and 2 are incorrect? Because they are pretty formal. So if you are somebody who does not talk to your boss every day, बहुत formal relationship है तो hi Ben नहीं चलेगा. But sometimes we have a very friendly relationship with our bosses. In that case, hi Ben लिख सकते हैं. But if you are somebody who does not talk to your boss every day, बहुत formal relationship है, then you should not use this kind of language, hi with first name. Steer clear of it. Why exactly number 5 is incorrect is because there is a rule. The rule is when we use titles like Mr. or Mrs. With such titles, we cannot use just the first name. With such titles, we need to use last name. And because after Mrs., here we have got only Ankita, which is the first name, that is why it is incorrect. So the correct answers are hello sir, because it's pretty formal. Let me write it here for you. It's formal. This one is also formal. Hello, Mrs. And this time, if you see, we have a last name over here. Dear Mr. Kapoor. So, dear also works in emails because in India, what happens is when we were in schools, when we were taught letter writing, we were taught to write respected informal emails. But informal letters, but in emails, whether you are writing to your principal, your teacher, your boss, dear works everywhere. So don't worry about it. But yes, if you don't want to use dear and you are writing a professional email, then you can use hello, which I personally always use. All right, let's move on to the next one now. So here it says, what is wrong in this email beginning? Okay, let's read it. It says, hello, Mrs. Kapoor. I'm delighted to inform you that we have been able to perform better this year as compared to the last. So can you tell me what exactly is wrong here in this email beginning? We have the greetings here. Hello, Mrs. Kapoor. And after that, whoever is writing this email, they have written the purpose statement that why exactly they are writing the email, opening sentence. So what is wrong here in this one? Any guesses? What is the problem? Come on, be quick. Let me know if you can see any problem here. Okay, the problem here is, and this is considered a huge problem in email writing. The problem here is that we have written the content using all caps. And when you write the content using all caps in email, इसका सीधा सीधा क्या मतलब निकलता है? It is considered as if you are shouting. It means you are shouting to the person who is receiving the email. इसका मतलब है आप जिसको email भेज रहे हो, आप उस पे shout कर रहे हो. So if you are writing your email in all caps, stop doing that because it straight away means that you are shouting to the receiver of the email and we really don't want to do that. Okay, so no all caps please because I am sure you are not shouting to the receiver of the email. Okay, moving on to the next one. Which is a better sentence for an email to your colleague? Number 1, as you mentioned, let's go with plan B. Number 2, as you advised, we should implement plan B. So if you are a working professional and you are writing an email to your colleague, which one is better? Yes, it will be saved on YouTube, Chaitanya. You can watch it anytime. But right now, why don't you respond? So out of these two options, which is a better one? Yes, it will be saved on YouTube. You can always come back and watch this again. Take down your notes if you find it useful. I'll be super glad. But to answer your query, yes, this will be saved. Coming back to the question, if you are writing an email to your colleague means people who work with you, what kind of language would you use? Number 1 says, as you mentioned, let's go with plan B. Number 2 says, as you advised, we should implement plan B. आपको सिर्फ number 1 या number 2 type करना है. I am not asking you to type the complete sentence in the chat box, in the comments, of course. So just tell me number 1 or number 2. And if you don't know, make a guess. Of course, yes, number 2. Why exactly number 2? Because WID with. What exactly is this? This is WhatsApp language. Please कृपया करके WhatsApp language emails में use मत करिए. It will go strictly against you. If you are writing an email to request for leave to your boss and you are writing WhatsApp language, that leave request is for sure going to be rejected. So the kind of language we use on WhatsApp, steer clear of it. Do not use that language in professional emails at all. So these are not the correct spellings of with, WID, as you mentioned. And of course, this is another problem area. As you mentioned, YOU की जगह हमने single U लिखा हुआ है. Please ये मत करना. So the correct answer is, as you advised, we should implement plan B. So formal tone. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so you are writing to request an extension on the deadline for a certain project. Which sentence would you select? Let me explain. Sometimes when we are a working professional and we are working on a certain project, we are given a deadline. Everybody understands what is a deadline. But when we are not able to complete our work in that given time frame, we need an extension. We need to tell our bosses that okay, आपने 10th जून तक बोला था ये काम खत्म करने को, but please मुझे extension दो. I need time till 20th of June. So extension means I need some extra time. Now, if you want that kind of extension and you are writing an email for it, then what's the right option? Look here. So number 1 says, gonna need an extension. This deadline is killing me. For sure, the deadlines do kill us sometimes, but yes, this is option number 1. Option number 2, could you please grant me an extension? I'm struggling to complete the task on time. Number 1 or number 2? Once again, come on guys. Which option would you choose if you are asking or requesting your boss? Absolutely number 2. Number 1 लिख दिया ना, तो बॉस कहेगा नहीं 10th जून की जगह मुझे आज चाहिए. The boss will be furious because this kind of language we simply can't use in our professional sphere. Second sentence seems more formal and expresses the requesting attitude. Absolutely, Simran, I absolutely agree with you. And that's what I'm saying. If you are already clear between formal and informal language, then wonderful. If you are not clear, then focus on these kind of things and understand what is formal, what is informal. Now, informal, these kind of sentences, these ones and here, this one, as you mentioned, let's go with plan B. This kind of language is okay to use in WhatsApp, lekin WhatsApp par bhi. You cannot use this language with somebody who you share a professional relationship with. So even on WhatsApp, there is a certain code to follow when we are writing messages. So this kind of informal language we definitely can use with our friends, but not with somebody who we work with. Okay, so moving on. All right, these are the 5 don'ts that I quickly taught you. Number 1, do not write a lengthy subject line. Instead, it has to be absolutely crisp. बिल्कुल भी lengthy नहीं होना चाहिए subject line. Number 2, don't leave the subject line blank. This should never ever be the case. Never ever. There should always be a subject line. Next, do not use informal greetings when writing a formal letter. For example, hi. Just imagine writing a letter to your boss and in greetings you are writing hi. So not acceptable in short. This would be incorrect. The next one, don't write in all caps or all lowercase. All caps का क्या मतलब समझाया मैंने आपको? If you are writing in all caps, what does it mean guys? इसका क्या मतलब होता है? That you are dash to the person. You are what to the person? You are shouting to the person. You are shouting on the receiver of the email. All caps means आप चिल्ला रहे हो, आप shout कर रहे हो, आप गुस्से में email लिख रहे हो. और अगर आप गुस्से में भी email लिख रहे हो, तब भी rule होता है कि all caps नहीं use करना है. So remember that. Next one, do not at all kindly use WhatsApp language in formal emails. Never ever use that WhatsApp informal slang language, gonna, wanna kind of thing. In place of Y O U, you are writing only a single U. Please never do that. It will just go against you. And sometimes we have to write emails while applying for a job. And when we are applying for a job, we simply can't afford to do such mistakes. Not at all. Moving on now, let's practice a little bit. Let's see how much you have been able to absorb. And this is the very first prompt. You are writing an email to a university asking for details about their course. What would your subject line look like? So yes, in the chat box, in the comment section, everybody, let's imagine you are writing an email to any XYZ university and you are inquiring about a specific course that you want yourself to be enrolled in, or you want anybody else in your circle to be enrolled in, but you just want the details of that course. What would be the subject line if this is the context of the email? Okay, come on, let me see. Come on. If you think that you will write something incorrect, I would still encourage you to go for it, because that's how we learn, by making mistakes. Don't fear mistakes. Come on. Let me see in the comments, what would be your subject line? Okay. Yes, Simran, I'm waiting. The others also waiting. It's just hardly 3 to 4 words that you have to write. Come on, be quick. Okay, sure. Here you go. Side ho jate hain hum. So let me read this once again. You are writing an email to a university asking for details about their course. What would your subject line look like? We don't use these personal pronouns like I, you, we in the subject line, Simran. No, can I get the details about the course? Once again, this pronoun thing, I, we, you, we don't do that. Okay, let me help you. You can say something like this: request for information. Okay, request for information. After that, you can put a small hyphen, and let's imagine that the course you want details of is, let's say, MBA. So you can say MBA. This is how you need to write a crisp subject line: request for information hyphen MBA. So what is the purpose of subject line? The receiver who is receiving the email, probably that person has got a lot of emails in the inbox. So maybe that person does not have a lot of time to read your entire email. So this subject line is sufficient to let that person know that, okay, you want the details of this MBA course, and then the person can share the details of the MBA course with you without reading the entire email that you have sent. That is the purpose of subject line. Okay, so does it make sense, everybody? Request for information hyphen MBA. Okay, so let's move on. Let's practice a little more. So it says, you are writing a formal email to your professor. What greetings and closings would you use? Greetings means that hi, hello, dear kind of thing. So let's see. Let's first talk about the greetings only. पहले तो मुझे comments में बताओ, if you are writing, professor means your teacher. Okay, if you are writing your email to your professor, your college professor, or your teacher, your instructor, your coach, anybody, then what kind of greetings? Greetings means starting कैसे करोगे? Would it be hi, hello, dear, and उसके बाद क्या आएगा? Let me see in the comments quickly, and then I will show you a complete sample written by me. Come on, be quick. Greetings means only 2 words, guys. Come on, let me see. No, that's not. Okay, greetings means, like I said, alphas, the way we, okay, respected sir, this is what we use in letter writing. In emails, okay, look here, look here. Let me tell you the correct answer for this. Respected sir slash madam, that is okay for letter writing. Good morning or according to the time when, no, it's greeting is not that. Let me show you what is greeting. So here, yes, somebody just wrote, dear sir. Yes, that is how we greet the receiver of the email, but we can't write it like this, alphas. So let me break it down for you. Greetings. Okay, I'm writing the example of greetings here, and I'm telling you the do's and don'ts also. So this is what alphas you have posted, dear sir. Now why exactly this is wrong? We cannot have small d and small s here. What we can do instead is, if you are writing dear with capital D and sir with capital S, that's acceptable, and a comma. Another option, of course, if the teacher is female, then you can write dear madam also, and you can write ma'am also. So for ma'am, please use these spellings. M-A apostrophe A-M. If you are using M-A-M, that's not the correct spelling. You can also use hello sir or hello madam. That is also a perfectly fine greeting. Or you can also use dear, Mr., and the last name, let's say Kapoor. All these greetings are fine for this context. Is it making sense, everybody? Dear sir, dear madam, hello sir, hello madam, or dear Mr. Kapoor, hello Mr. Kapoor. Dear and hello will work if you are writing to somebody who is your professor. Dear sir slash ma'am. Okay, यहाँ पे एक problem है, Rocky. If you are writing to your professor, you know whether that person, whether your professor is a female or male. Now let's imagine your professor is a female. Can you write dear sir slash madam? Tell me, everybody. It's a very good question. You are writing to your teacher and your teacher is a female. Can you write dear sir slash madam if you already know that your teacher is a female? Yes or no? Okay, look here. Look here. Let me break it down to you in case you are not getting it. You are writing a formal email to your professor. In this case, if you write dear sir slash madam and a comma, I simply would not recommend this because you know whether the person is sir or ma'am. So please be specific like this, okay? So this is something where there are these kind of many things where we have to apply our common sense. We have to think logically. There are many such things, okay? So be very careful. If you know the person already, then you cannot write sir slash madam, okay? Moving on. Okay, so this one says you are writing an email to ask your colleague to make some changes in the PowerPoint presentation that they have made. What will your subject line look like? अब बताओ, subject line की हमने practice करी है. Now let me see how will you write your subject line. So what you are doing is, पहले तो मैं side हो जाती हूँ. What you are doing is, you are writing an email to your colleague and you are recommending some changes in the PowerPoint presentation that your colleague has made. What will the subject line look like? Come on, be quick. Let me see. And don't fear mistakes. It's okay if you are writing incorrect answers, but go for it. I'll repeat the question. You are writing an email. Okay, so Alina has posted. Alvina, she's saying requesting to change the PowerPoint. Okay, that means कि की पूरी PowerPoint change करो. But हम वो नहीं बोलना चाहते, okay? हम ये बोलना चाहते हैं, we want to say that, okay, make some changes. But yes, you are getting close. It's making sense. It is better than your previous attempt. I can see that. Requesting to change the PowerPoint. Okay, we left the closing. Oh yes, Simran. Please, thank you for reminding me. I will go back. Let's get done with this. Then I will go back and we'll discuss the closing also. Okay. But yes, now that we are on this slide, please post the subject line for this. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, ठीक है. Let me tell you then. Okay, so the question says you are writing an email to ask your colleague to make some changes in the PowerPoint presentation. देखो, this is the main context. Some changes in the PPT presentation that they have made. And this context only we can write. We can say in the subject line, suggested changes. You can say in some slides, or you can say suggested changes. Simple. Let's keep it simple. Suggested changes in the PPT. Okay, you can also say edits. If not edits, you can say suggested edits. So you are making suggestion कि भाई कुछ चीजें change कर दो. Order नहीं कर रहे हो आप, suggestion दे रहे हो. That's why the word suggested edits in the PPT or suggested changes in the PPT. Isn't that simple? Is that making sense, everybody? So far, so good. Let's now proceed to the closing part here. We forgot the closing. Okay. Now we are writing to our professor. Professor means कि अगर हमने beginning, this is how we greet. Dear, hello, that kind of stuff. That is known as greetings. And we always should have greetings in our emails, like always. We cannot skip this. Right now, when we have formal greetings, now we need formal closing also. Plus we are writing to professor, so we need a formal closing. Now what can be a formal closing over here? कहाँ पे लिखते हैं? यहाँ पे लिखते हैं. चलो, let's write it at the top. Okay. By the way, you guys were going to suggest this in the comments, that what closing, but it's okay, I'm doing it for now. I personally always use warm regards. Whenever I am writing a formal email to my boss, I always write warm regards, and a lot of people write this. It is followed by a comma, and then I have my professional signature, which I put below it. If you do not have your professional signature, go with your full name. So if I have to write full name, I will write like this, Vandana Tarwani. Okay, other than warm regards, there are some other options. You can simply use regards also. It is not considered See, there is a polite tone and professional tone, and there is a warm tone. That warmth is missing in regards. सिर्फ अगर आप regards लिख दोगे ना, तो वो warmth नहीं आता है उसमें. You know that being polite tone ठीक है, professional है, but ये polite मुझे personally नहीं लगता है. That is why I always write warm regards. There's another that you can write best regards. That also works. Best wishes also works. So now it's your call, whatever you deem fit, because there is one option that suits our personality and we can pick that one. For example, I go with warm regards. Okay, Simran, did that make sense? Okay, let's proceed. I hope that made sense, everybody. Now proceeding ahead, okay, look at this one. If you have attached a file with your email, how would you inform about this to the receiver of the email? बहुत बारी हम अपने emails में attachments provide करते हैं. Advice to change presentation. All right, Alfaz. Not change the presentation, we would say advice to make some changes to the presentation, some changes. Because if you are not using the word some and you are saying advice to change presentation, iska matlab hai, this means that you are asking your colleague to change the entire presentation. And we don't want that. We want to suggest only some changes. So advice to make some changes to the presentation. That can be the correct subject line. All right, now look here. Yeah. So sometimes we attach files, right? There's a Word document or Excel sheet or anything else. We attach files to with our emails, and when that happens, when we send an attachment with our email, then we inform the reader ki please dekh lena, otherwise the person may miss. Now when you want to inform the receiver that there is a file there that I have attached for your reference, what is the right option that you will use if you are writing an email? Number 1 or number 2? Okay, अभी यहाँ पे आ जाओ अल्फाज. Number 1 or number 2? Please find attached or I am enclosing. Which is the right option? Number 1 or number 2? If you are sending any attachment with your email, how would you inform the person? The right answer is, come on. The right answer is please find attached. As far as this is concerned, I am enclosing. This is also all right, but this is for letter writing. This is specifically for letter writing and this is for emails. And let's be practical. We all write emails these days, isn't it? So number 2 is not incorrect. Galat nahi hai number 2. I am enclosing. It's not incorrect. It is fine. But we don't use this in emails. We use this in letter writing. Okay. For emails, number 1 is correct. That is, please find attached. All right. Let's now move ahead and let's now show you a sample email. And after showing you that sample email, we will उसका postmortem करके, we will do the postmortem of that email and we will understand the structure that I have used over there so that you can also use the same structure and write a very professional, decent, sophisticated emails to whoever you want to write. So let's imagine this is an advertisement you see. Okay, a very beautiful picture I have got here for you. Now, what is this advertisement telling you? It says painting courses in Kerala. Learn to paint in Kerala, India. Now, these courses are 1 week long. From April till October, they are going to occur various times. And the courses are 1 week long courses. Then they are also giving you information that your accommodation in Kerala is included. That means अगर आप जाते हो इस painting course करने के लिए केरला में, तो आपको रहने की जगह दी जाएगी. Whatever fees you are paying, उसमें आपको रहने की जगह दी जाएगी. Accommodation means रहने की जगह. Suitable for all levels. That means beginners. If you are a beginner in painting, if you are an advanced level painter, it is suitable for all levels. Then they have written here, email us for more information at paintkerala@whiteelephant.com. So ऐसे बहुत बारी हमें advertisements हमारे सामने आ जाती हैं and now we need more information. Like for example, मैं तो attract हो जाऊंगी ऐसा कुछ देख के. Even though I am a beginner at painting, I know nothing about drawing and painting. Still, if this kind of picture comes in front of me, I would be attracted because now I will get a chance to stay in Kerala for 1 week long and also try my hand at painting. So I will write an email. This is the address where you can send your email to, and what exactly now you will ask. क्या क्या questions आ रहे हैं दिमाग में? सबसे पहले तो मुझे fees पता करनी है. That what exactly is going to be the fees here. Fees के अलावा for such a course, if you are taking part there, what else would you want to know? I would also want to know whether this accommodation will be on sharing basis or not. I would also want to know whether they will provide the painting material or whether I have to bring it. I will also tell them that I am a beginner level student. I don't have a lot of experience in painting. I will tell them where I am from. I am a Delhiite. So, अपनी information दूंगी मैं. उसके बाद I will ask them the questions that I have in mind about fees and material and all that. So, let's see how I have written this email. Okay. So I am saying, look at the subject line. I'm saying inquiry about painting courses. As simple as that. Moving on to the greetings. Dear sir, madam. I don't know who is going to read my email. मुझे नहीं पता is this going to be a female or male. That's why I have written both sir/madam. Now look at the first paragraph. I'm saying I am writing to request more information. This is our purpose. That why exactly we are writing in purpose. We tell the receiver that why are we writing the email. हम लिख क्यों रहे हैं? Purpose बताओ हम क्यों लिख रहे हैं? Okay, so that's what I'm telling. I'm writing to request more information about your painting courses. I'm 35 years old and work as a software developer in Delhi. Although I am a beginner when it comes to painting, I have always wanted to learn landscape painting and your course in Kerala sounds perfect for me. So हमने क्या करा first paragraph में हमने बता दिया कि हम लिख क्यों रहे हैं, because we want more information. We are interested in painting. Let's say I, not we, I'm interested in painting. I need more information. I am blah 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 in Delhi, a working professional in Delhi, and I am a beginner level student. That's what I've written in the first paragraph, some little information about me and telling the reader that why I'm writing this email, because I want more information. Now I'm asking my questions कि अब मुझे आपसे क्या पता करना है, that I am writing in my main body paragraph. I'm saying I would appreciate it if you could send me details about the course dates, prices and daily schedule. Daily schedule means कितनी देर की class होगी. What exactly will be the timing? If it's going to be 2-hour class, is it going to be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.? Is it going to be 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.? I need such details, okay? I am also curious to know what materials are provided during the course and whether learners need to bring anything with them. That means, are you going to provide us the paintbrush, colors and canvas, or are we going to bring such items along with us? That's what I'm asking them. Then I'm saying, do you offer any group activities or excursions during the week? Now, what do painters do is, they go out in such beautiful places and then they paint. वहाँ पे देख देख के वो paint करते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं outings. And the word I have used here is excursions. Excursions means कि कुछ outings होंगी जहाँ पे हम बाहर जाके paint करेंगे. Group activities or outings, क्या ऐसा कुछ होगा जहाँ पे हम बाहर जाके paint करेंगे? Then I am saying, please send me all the relevant information. Do not forget that polite tone, please. Because honestly speaking, मैंने बहुत सारे emails पढ़े हैं और मुझे ऐसा लगता है that many of us, we do have good English writing and speaking skills, but when it comes to politeness, a lot of us struggle there. We don't use words like please, kindly, or just start using them. It gives a warmth to your writing. And then I'm saying, I look forward to your response. This is our closing statement. So when your main body is done, then we write a closing statement also. And after that, we sign off. Closing. Warm regards. Like I said, I always use warm regards. And this is my full name, Vandana Tarwani. So in short, how many steps do we have in this entire email? Step number 1, subject. Step number 2, greetings. Step number 3, purpose statement and a little more info about us. Step number 4, main body paragraph. I'm writing BP as body paragraph. Then step number 5, we have a closing statement. Step number 6, our signing off the email or closing. So 6 steps to follow. I hope that made sense. Now listen to me very carefully. I have got something for you. Now, if you are interested in me checking your emails, अगर आप चाहते हो कि आप ईमेल लिखो और मैं आपका ईमेल चेक करके आपको फीडबैक दूं, then we are having that function in this course, in this free batch. जो आज तक हमने फ्री बैच में ये फंक्शन नहीं दिया और हम इस बारी वो फंक्शन आपको दे रहे हैं. What you are supposed to do is, ठीक है, इसके लिए आपको क्या करना है, अगर आप चाहते हो कि मैं आपकी राइटिंग इवेल्युएट करके आपको फीडबैक दूं, तो उसके लिए आपको क्या करना है, you firstly of course will download the PW app from Google Play Store, and trust me, everything is free. There is no hidden charge. Okay, you will download the PW app from Google Play Store. Once you download that application, where exactly you will go, you will enroll yourself in Mastering English Writing Skills batch. I'm repeating, Mastering English Writing Skills batch. Once you enroll over there, आपको एक DPP मिलती है हर क्लास के corresponding. According to every class, you will be given a DPP. DPP means daily practice paper. Now, because this session was on email writing, the DPP that you will get will have few email prompts. Now, it's your call कि आपको उसमें से कौन से prompt के ऊपर email लिखना है. And you can write an email on that prompt, submit it, and then if you get lucky, I will share my feedback with you. And I believe most of you are going to get lucky, okay? So I will share my feedback with you. And I think this is a superb chance to improve your writing skills, to understand what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. And all this we are providing you in a free batch, which we have not done yet. This feature of evaluation is something that we are bringing up for the very first time. And I believe you should make the most of it. Iska fayda uthana chahiye aapko, right? With that, it's a wrap. And I will see you in the next lecture. Do let me know if this was helpful for you in the comment section, because that is going to be very encouraging for us. I'll see you soon. Bye bye everybody. Take care.